Hi guys, and welcome to my February wrap-up. So, I read 7 books this month, which I'm pretty pleased with. I'm on track for my overall year goal of reading 50 books this year. So, I read some really amazing books this month, and I'm going to share them with you right now. So, let's get into it. So the first book that I read was Norwegian Wood by Murakami. This is a story about a man who's reminiscing about his teenage years, or more so when he was 19 to 20 years old, and 2 girls that he meets, and basically his story of meeting them and these girls and how they changed his life and how he ended up viewing life. And it's just it's a very depressing book, but it's also really, I don't know, bittersweet maybe. It's very nostalgic, I feel. It's set in the 60s. And there's a really nice summer feel to it, even though there's some scenes where it's set in winter time, but I don't know, like, I just love the whole image of like playing guitar when it's like evening in summertime. I just love it. So I gave this 4 stars. It wasn't like, I didn't think it was a masterpiece, but I still really enjoyed it, and I think maybe I'd enjoy it more if I reread it, which I definitely want to do. And I definitely want to read more of Murakami's books. So I also actually read Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo, but I don't have the physical book because I lent it to someone else because I just need everyone to read this book. But that was close to being my favourite book of this month, but not quite, but I still am absolutely in love with it. So Six of Crows is a story about 6 criminal outcasts who take an impossible heist mission job. Fine. And it's just so amazing. I love every single one of the characters, even like the bad guys, and my favourite characters, if you're interested, are Jesper and Wylan. I'm just obsessed with those 2 a little bit too much, but also Kaz is amazing, Nina's amazing, the road is amazing. I love that book so much, and I'm really excited to get into Crooked Kingdom. Then the second one is Smoke and Mirrors by Neil Gaiman. This is an anthology of short stories by Neil Gaiman. They're more so his like his earlier work and stories that were commissioned by people. So I gave this 3 stars, even though like I'm a huge Neil Gaiman fan, but some stories were like totally amazing and I loved them, and then other ones not so much. Like some of them weren't really my style, or some of them just went completely over my head, you know, but some of them were just so cool. Like there's one, I think the title's something to do with wholesale, but that one's just amazing. Like seriously, you need to read that one. So in general, I really like this one, and I'm excited to read Trigger Warnings, which is my other Neil Gaiman short story anthology. And another Neil Gaiman book, How the Marquis Got His Coat Back. So this one was a 5 stars for me because I'm totally obsessed with Neverwhere, which is another novel by Neil Gaiman. And so this happens after Neverwhere, and it's about the character the Marquis de Carabas. The story is about how the Marquis gets his coat back, as it says, because he has this glorious coat, but in the story he doesn't have it anymore, and it's kind of to do with what happens in Neverwhere as well, so I won't say any more than that. But if you've read Neverwhere, you're gonna love this, and if you haven't read Neverwhere, you seriously need to check it out because it's amazing. Then I read The Dog Who Dared to Dream by Seung-mi Hwang. This is a story about a puppy, but it's like the entire life of this dog, but she starts off as a puppy called Scraggly, and she's a little bit of an outcast compared to her other family members, and basically it's a very, very heartbreaking book, which I didn't think it would be. I thought it was going to be like something heartfelt, you know, a dog who's dreaming, maybe the dog will even get the dream, you know, something that will make me happy, something to read that's, you know, easy, but it was totally not that. This is the first book that has ever made me cry, and I cried a lot. If you've seen the film Hachi, it's got a similar effect to that, and I cry my eyes out every time I watch Hachi, so yeah, I just love this, and this book is already in my top 5 favourite books ever already. So it was definitely 5 stars for me, and I actually have this one by the same author, which I'm like having a break between reading them because I really like this one and I'm really gonna enjoy this one, I reckon. So definitely check this book out. Then I read The Slow Regard of Silent Things by Patrick Rothfuss. This is my favourite book that I read this month. It's part of the Kingkiller Chronicles. It's book 2.5, so it happens sometime after the Wise Man's Fear, and it focuses on the character of Ari, which I'm totally happy about because she is my all-time favourite female character from the book and my favourite character from the Kingkiller Chronicles. So this book I would recommend, and the author recommends, that you read it after you've read The Name of the Wind and The Wise Man's Fear, because otherwise it may not make sense and you won't be able to get the full effect and understanding of the book, because it just kind of needs, you know, the context and things. But this story focuses on Ari, as I said, and her adventures in the Underthing, which is the sewers underneath the town and the university. And yeah, it's her adventures and what she's doing, and basically it just gives you more of an insight into how she thinks and what she does, and it's so amazing, and you just relate to her so much, or at least I do. And I just love it so much, and I'm already dying to reread it, and I'm actually dying to reread The Name of the Wind as well, so as soon as I go back home from university, I'm getting that book back. The last book that I read this month was My Inventions by Nikola Tesla. This is an autobiography of Nikola Tesla, who invented things like the Tesla coil, wireless transmissions, you know, a lot of things that we use today, like electricity in our households and things like that. So this book goes from childhood, sort of, to, well, like, he talks about childhood memories, and then ends with him discussing his inventions and things like that. There are some parts of this book that are a little bit too scientific for my level of physics understanding. Like, he does explain pretty intricately about his inventions and how they work and stuff, and I'm not that great at physics, so a few bits at the end went a bit over my head, but in general, you don't need to know about physics to read this book. It's a really great insight into his memories, his thought processes, how he became an inventor, you know, just amazing things like that, and I just love him even more after reading his autobiography. So that is all the books that I read this month of February. I really enjoyed all of them. As I said, my favourite was The Slow Regard of Sign Things, followed very closely by Six of Crows. So I'm really excited to get into my March reading now, and yeah, I'm excited for spring as well because I'm so sick of winter right now. But yeah, I'm really interested in knowing what you guys have been reading in February, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!